similar.
Okay.
And we won't discuss it till
So,
regular.
yeah, yeah. So is that gonna be under? Hello.
Hi.
Is it gonna?
I'm good. How are you?
Is it gonna be? But we have to be at motion though, right?
I didn't want to give the maps out yet because those are tentative, so I wasn't handing them out.
Those are the real deals, bro.
Bro? Ooh, common area.
Alcohol prohibited.
I love it. Put those things up.
Hey.
How is it?
Yeah, sorry.
Please know if you have the maps, those are, no, you can keep it, but they're very, very tentative, so just don't distribute it, because I don't want people, accosting me in the street for things that are not set
Do
in
we
stone
take
yet.
minutes for the Heritage Fest? I didn't think so.
I can't do that. No, we don't.
Bring us back.
The way today's been going, I wish.
They came in like,
Well,
2 days.
It's been a hard day.
it's
Oh my God.
been a day.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I know.
Okay, we're live, sorry.
All right, let's kick this off. We're a little bit late, 5:35 PM for the June 26th Heritage Fest Committee agenda, the formal or informal volunteer meeting. So let's start off with car show.
The third page is the car show registration map. I am going to have that emailed as soon as I get it cleared by you guys saying that it is correct. So,
There was something I saw got posted on the Almont on the Avenue
yeah,
page.
Wayne made one.
Oh, you made one.
Is,
At least for the registration ones, because with last show we went to, everybody's panicked when they see the word research drive. We're like, a couple of people are like, oh my God, the car show moved. And we're like, no. It did
No.
not move. It's just, that's where your entry didn't move. So that's why right away I wanted to get on the app up there so they understand that it's just going to be an off-site registration. The show is still remaining on.
Yeah.
So if
It-
you.
Oh.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, and let's just clarify this too. Today we got the approval for MDOT closure for Van Dyke. So we know 100% it is going to be where it is. Last village council meeting, we had the approval for all the other road closures, including East St. Clair, and that will be home base for entertainment tent. That's the tent for the car show. That's the tent for the 5K. That it's going to be there. Okay. So, so now everything is revolving around that area. So, for planning purposes, that's why we finally got the map done, just to make sure we knew where we're sending people. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there so everybody's level set on those moving pieces, which are no longer moving pieces at this point in time.
So Wayne, if you look at that map, will you tell me if any corrections need to be made? And if not, I'll email you that. I can even, when I have toner, do you want it on the back of this?
Yeah, that'd be great too. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Okay. So if there's any corrections, just let me know and I'll make them before I put them on the back of the flyers.
Okay.
And then I can make you copies of those, or at least get an image for you to post on.
Yeah.
Okay.
are we gonna park more further down on West St. Clair since we're not having vendors?
Yeah, I only put it there so
There,
you could still
okay.
read the street, but
Okay,
yeah, we're gonna
perfect.
go all the way down to Branch.
Okay. Are
And then,
on the other side by the library, are we going all the way down to the library?
no, because we only closed to Branch Street.
Okay. Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
I think I'm confused. It's a me problem.
On what?
It's a me problem. No.
Well,
Oh,
I need to go this way for it to make sense.
I know, I was like, wait a minute.
It's a me problem. Nope, you're good.
and we're still using that back parking lot just for regular cars, or can we use it for the cars too?
We can,
Which
you want a
back?
map?
The one behind, like the one behind,
I
Rustic Bluebird and those
don't
businesses?
have
Can we
anymore,
use
and I
that
have
parking lot
no
for cars?
toner. You don't, you can
Okay.
keep it. I just didn't want it like.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we
don't
still,
want people
we
posting
still
on
committed
Facebook.
where people can come into town.
Okay.
I think the only one that might be in play would be the parking lot that has.
Hold on, can we go through that when we get to
Yep.
location of events? That
Gotcha.
way,
Okay.
because
Okay.
I want
Yeah.
to discuss, I,
Oh.
not to interrupt you guys, but I wanted to discuss all of the orange places now, what we could utilize those for, so.
Okay.
All right,
So that's our offsite registration. For the car show, we have entries coming in. I think we have 22. I think I might have one or two more in my mailbox that came in today, so.
Is
They're coming in.
DPW going, are they able to like clean those streets? I know like that those areas really don't get utilized. So for purposes of, I'm sure the classic cars don't want to be driving down like roads with like branches and big things. So can they clean that street, the development drive that goes down to the water tower and
Road curb. I don't go down there often.
It's very slight.
it's like the half
So they could
curbs.
street sweep it though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's a good idea also.
all right. Yeah, I can add a work order. On the topic of the car show, and I meant to print it off, but I didn't. We were talking about potentially getting those Heritage Fest like rubber keychains this year to throw in the bags. Just they would just be our logo and like bendable. I've heard no, don't do that instead of dash plaques, but should we do that in addition to? It's 500. They were like $1 a piece. So for 500, it was like $500.
What do our car show experts think?
I mean, honestly, I mean, you guys know it's gonna go with the goodie bags. I mean, as everybody knows, I mean, trying to get from corporations now is getting harder and harder to do. So free stuff. So I mean, you know what I mean? And that's something again down the road. I mean, you know, goodie bags are great, but they can also, you know,
I think it's good advertisement.
right. But, you know, we're gonna be fighting to get stuff again this year for them.
yeah,
So having that in there would be beneficial?
You know,
I think so. I think it would.
I think it depends on what we get from the people who are willing to give
Right.
for their things, because if somebody else gives a keychain, would that be weird if we put a keychain in there too?
There was like.
I don't think anybody will, but yeah,
The bigger the goodie bag.
yeah, I know.
I mean, I think last year was like 5 koozies. Like.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
And Bob, right, to that point, is like, let's say this year if we do have 500 cars and you only get 40 winners, at least someone feels like they're getting something.
yeah.
They're leaving with something.
So should
How
I
many goodie bags do we want to do this year?
think I have
Well, I mean, technically according to the flyer, we're what?
200?
75.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's only Josh. Yeah,
So we usually
only
do
75.
So, but we do 100, don't
We
we?
usually do 100, yeah, because that's what we.
I'm asking for myself personally, so we can.
And last year we said 200 dash plaques, but I think I ordered 400, and we gave them all
Yeah.
out. I think.
I think every car that actually comes to the show should get a dash plaque.
How much are dash plaques?
Last year they donated, the Legacy did them, and they donated them for their sponsorship.
How much would they be willing to do that many though?
I think they did 400 last year, so if we did 500 this year,
Does the flyer
I think they
say
would.
anything about them?
Says the first, yeah, it says the first 200 get
Okay,
dash
so
plaques.
if we're just ask them if they'll do 500 this year then. And if we're
Yeah.
only promising 200, giving out 500, then that's great.
I mean, if anything,
We're
if
out, we're out.
they get a keychain, it's nice that you get something, because it's, I mean, when you go to car shows, are you guaranteed to get something when it's that big?
It depends what kind of.
Yeah.
So,
And they're usually based on first come, first served.
Yeah,
type thing.
that's
Last year, I
usually,
got 2 Schultz's at 1 o'clock, it was pouring rain, I got the last dash plaque, I didn't care
Yeah.
if I got one or not, I was going for the fun of it, but, they are nice to
Yeah.
get, it's something else to put on my wall
yeah,
and look and
it's,
say, wow, look at me. But,
Are we doing magnets again?
one of the,
Magnets, you want to
I
do
thought that's what you
keychain?
meant by Dashplex.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
Yes.
the magnet ones
Yes.
again.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, because before they weren't magnets until last year.
Yes.
Right.
But I'm saying in addition to the Dashplex, order keychains. Are we good with that?
I would.
I think they're gonna be for
People love all
cheap
that.
advertising.
They love it.
I mean, I think it
You
depends on
didn't?
how much, how much money, I mean, that's the thing is that if we're paying, what is it, $25, we don't want to be spending too much of that back on
Right.
those extra things, but they should be getting some, it is nice to get something either way.
And it's like $1 a
Guaranteeing
piece,
it.
so we're getting.
Right.
Like, that's coming out of the registration.
Correct. And that could be just, if we had to move money around, that could just be marketing at that point. in time. So if we had to gobble from.
And last year, we were way, way under on our car show budget. So,
Okay.
But way, way over.
way over on the rest of Heritage Festival,
Right.
way under on the car show.
So,
one thing a lot of people did, well, I'll say straight up complain about last year, they loved it when they would get the $7 food voucher.
Yeah, we can't do that
I never knew
anymore.
that we had those till it was too late. I
No.
opened up my bag
No.
and go, oh, shoot, so.
You know, the car show, that was,
you know,
I was so glad we didn't do that because
The logistical
it's a
Oh,
logistical
sure, I'm sure.
nightmare.
But
And-
it's not bad when you got 75, 80 cars.
Yeah, but when you have 400 or 500,
Mhm.
Last year before was tough.
and honestly, last year, our restaurants, and we had multiple food trucks, our restaurants could not keep up. If there was vouchers too, I don't even know how they would have been able to.
Mhm.
So to that point, we're not giving back the $5-7. So
Right,
we
correct.
have more in our coffers. then
Correct. Yep.
To give trinkets of trash or whatever that is. So that's fine.
They can get a free hot dog from the church.
Yeah.
Also, koozies are real cheap too if we have to order anything else just to. We have so many leftover koozies. That's where I was thinking. We could
Put 'em in
just
the
throw
bag.
the 2023 koozies in the bag.
Right.
We definitely have 200 for the first, or 75.
Yeah. I mean, I know that the we did our thing last minute, the law office, and I don't have a problem with putting Heritage Festival, doing a logo, and then our law office on the back of an item. But that will be like last minute, looking at what we do have in our bags and what we can, give out, and extras more than the 100 to more than just the 100 people. But yeah,
The other thing we could do, just brainstorming, if Craig is going to do draft beer and cups for the beer tent, it's going to be cheaper the more you order. We could pay for an additional 100 and throw them in the bag to encourage them to go. You know what I mean? Because they'll be like cents
yeah.
by that point.
Would that be something enticing for them? Okay. All right.
The invite, yeah. Please see. Yeah.
I bet you we
I'm a
could-
car show participant.
And then
we could
we'll
pull some
do the
strings.
goodie bags again.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know, you keep giving me that.
Okay. Anything else on the car show?
Are you gonna get old business now from last month?
I have a few things.
Yeah, circling back to the request from the museum to have a few vacant slips in front of the museum, is that still on the table, or is there been a decision on that?
Really, that's,
I mean, where is this 500 car number coming from that we're that tight that we can't afford
ask him.
five slips?
We couldn't fit.
I mean,
So-
if we don't get 500, are we gonna start going in net negative and not funding, or what?
No, it's not funding. It's
Okay,
space. You gotta remember it's space, right? So every
We're only
time we,
talking a couple of car slips. I'm not-
that's up to the car guys, right?
Here's the way I look at it though, if we let the historical society block off the parking spots in front of their building, we have to do that for everyone else then. And then we have no car show.
Well, they're right.
Oh, well, that's an extreme.
It's not, because
Extreme
people are
is-
gonna want it.
is-
Right.
Let me tell you, if I can
We
have the
map
park,
that off beforehand and make it a planned event.
Because we do have other businesses that want to do it too.
Yep,
It's like-
we do.
Right.
I will say that, because
And
Mikey
it's a
wants
no.
to do it. There's a couple other ones that comes out front, so.
So, but Mikey's is being a food vendor. That's a different story.
I'm just saying, like.
Right.
Then they're in the same position as we are.
They're gonna be on the sidewalk.
They're gonna be
Oh.
on the sidewalk with
Okay.
theirs. Yeah, so, but that's that's a service that's going out there food vendor wise. So the food vendors, that's part of it. So the whole point is if we don't let them have their space out in front, then it's gonna be too crammed on the inside. We're not bringing in food trucks so that way our valued businesses can make money, right? And again, we're not trying to hamper anybody and we want you guys to be able to do what you're doing. But it doesn't sound like much, but again, going back to the car show, how tough it is to play Tetris out there is tough. And we were told this year, there is nothing up the middle of the street. We kind of skirted that last year and that's an issue, right?
Mhm.
So,
But it's a museum. I mean, that's the whole center point of the Heritage Festival.
Well-
I mean, it's almost like you guys don't care.
we do care.
Not the case at all.
But here's the thing, if it's a museum, go into the museum. The whole point is let's drive people to come into the museum,
If
right?
it's not visible, they won't know it's
But
there.
we're also shutting down Mill Street,
Right,
which is directly next to the museum.
right.
So
So,
you could have a tent, we're shutting that down for all of the vendors. Your tent could literally be at the front of Mill Street, directly
Well,
next to the
that's what we
museum.
did.
But all of the vendors
That's what
will
we
be
did
down
last
there.
year. We were still blocked by all the trucks and cars in front of us.
but people are milling around and doing it. I mean, again, it's no different than the other. So the shirt hanger wants people to go in there. Randazzo's wants people to go in there. The whole goal should be to get people inside to see. To say they don't know they're there, that's gonna be well advertised and the information's gonna be out there. Draw them in there, right? And it doesn't sound like a lot of spots, but again, we're under a space constraint. We've only got so much spot, right? The 500 cars is coming from a projection from theirs. It might only be 4 like
I would
last
just
year.
suggest that you guys take a moment, think the prominence and importance of the museum.
Oh, we
It's
do.
not a big deal, well, then let's just not call it a Heritage Festival, let's just call it a
Well,
I mean, we exist, to share in the rich history of Belmont. I mean, not to be grandiose about it, but that's what we're there for. And we want to have as much visibility and openness as we can.
that's,
I-
so if let me play devil's advocate. We bring in 500 cars and there's 2 people per car. That's 1,000 extra people, not including those around here that are coming in. That is
but are we
1,000
sure of that
people.
500 number, I mean, is that? that's
Okay,
what's
then
the
it's
number?
800 like
That's
last
the
year,
number. I mean,
right?
We're-
I'd let these guys talk through it, right?
I mean, they could bring, you get 50 cars.
Correct.
Yeah,
Right. We could be spending 20 grand on 50 cars, right?
This is
So-
the thing, is that last year, I think that for us, we need to prepare for that 500, just because of the fact that last year we had to turn away cars. I think it's better to be prepared for that situation and not have to turn people away.
Or were they just parking down
We
there?
couldn't, we had to turn them away. And there were still people who complained because they had to park so far away and they had to walk such a long stretch. There was, there's that issue. If we're not prepared for it, that number, I would rather have 50 cars show up and be prepared for the 500 than have, 500 cars show up and only have 400 parking spots. We want this to grow. The car show is a big attraction, just like the entertainment
Hold on.
tent.
He's not paying attention. So hold on. She's trying to explain some rationale with why we're doing this. So,
I would like to be over prepared than under prepared. It's the car show. Yes, it is a huge part of this festival. So is the entertainment tent. And I think that's why we wanted to give you time on both days, or if not just one day, to do that in the middle of town and be able to promote the museum, let them know what's going on in there, things that you're giving away. Then that's going to be right in the middle of the town. And then isn't that going to be during the day? Or you said you wanted to do it at 4:00. Either way, I think that we're willing to work with you in that sense, because for us, that's something that we know we can do for you.
Yeah, that was a different conversation, and I appreciate it. 4:00 in the entertainment tent.
Or earlier, if you guys want to come.
Or, I just picked a random number that we've been doing for the last couple of years. 4:00 is kind of the time.
Yeah.
So if we have to move it up or back, I'm fine with that. As long as we have the stage and we're not going to be interrupted by the band if they show up real early again.
Yeah, no, I think, well,
I just want
yeah.
to avoid that, and You know, those two things are the most nearest and dearest heart to the museum.
Mhm.
We have a space in front of the museum to promote visibility, because remember, we played there last year. We also played in front of the museum,
Mm.
just to, you know, bring attention to the museum.
Yeah,
Well, and we're not saying we wouldn't have you bring attention to the museum. It might be next to the museum, but it's gonna be pretty close. At the end of it, drive them in there. And that's what the other businesses are doing too. So, I mean, at the end of it, that's where we're at with it. There is a finite amount of space that we're working through, and that's the reality of it.
The museum isn't a business. It's funded by this body. It's a very different thing too.
It is not funded by the
It's
DDA.
not funded by the DDA anymore?
No,
Okay.
We own.
no matter of
we
fact,
own the
we don't
building.
charge you to be there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of it, I mean, yeah, we don't charge you guys to be there. We own the building, right? So,
Okay,
I
well,
mean-
you have an interest in it.
well, of course we have an interest in it, but at the end of it, we got to I got to look at everything, or we have to look at everything as a whole, right? And again, we're playing Tetris with all this stuff. Doesn't seem like much to you, but if I could squeeze 4 more cars in there, that's 4 cars that I can't put in other areas. So listen, we're going to work with what we can. You might be next to it, and
What do you
driving.
think? Okay, all right, that's fair.
Okay.
What do you think we will have an answer?
Uh,
This is our
I-
answer.
I mean, just today and that's it, it's a non-answer. I mean,
Well-
It's not a
you're
non-answer.
saying-
It's-
saying, I don't know.
So, I mean, for me, if I was to put it on right now, I would say, my answer right now with everything where it's at, this is me personally, I would say, you know, we'll give you that entrance to Mill Street. We'll have a whole area for you right next to right next to it. Drive the people coming into the museum. That's me right now. I mean, we still have a few more planning sessions, but that's me. I mean, we're more than willing to give the time in the entertainment tent so you guys can play to help. I mean, the announcers can be announcing it. It's going to be well advertised on Facebook and everywhere. To me, that's my take. I'd have to ask the people here running it.
I
Yeah.
agree. We can't, I know you don't see it the way we see it, but we have to consider everyone. Sir, you need to stop interrupting us. It's really rude.
Correct.
It's really, really rude. It's not how we run meetings here. We have to consider every single business downtown, whether it's a business, a charity, the speedway, the church, whatever. We have to consider everyone. And if we block off 4 spots for you, then we have to do it for everyone else that asks. We can't, because we get accused of playing favorites enough as it is. So we can't play favorites and block off 4 for you and not 4 for me and 4 for Randazzo's and 4 for the bakery. We have to be consistent.
Actually, to be honest, for everybody, just so everyone's aware too, I actually did talk to the people at Vintage Fest. And they actually had a vendor that was actually in the right of way where the cars were. And then all the people wanted to go in there to see those vendors, got too close to people's
Touching cars, yep.
And then the 2 people requested their money back, and they left right there out of the scene, out of the car
We have a
show.
big problem with the car
Burned their
guys.
tires
You're
up,
right.
they were pissed off at their job. And that was what actually drove me around to me, and they said, yeah, because I just asked them how their event went.
Yeah.
That would be a big problem. You're right, Wayne.
All right.
yeah, and obviously we have spots too, but some of these roads are not roads they're for vendors and for, where people could set up, but not for cars because of the pavement and
Right.
gravel and different things. So that's another thing that we have to consider as well.
Correct.
With us putting all of the vendors down Mill Street instead of West St. Clair, there will be heavy foot traffic down there. It will not be like last year where it's only the historical society in the photo booth and no one really knew it was there. All of the vendors and food trucks will be down Mill Street, so it'll be just like East St. Clair was and West St. Clair were last year, where that's where everyone is going.
That was busy too. That was busy.
Can I propose that the museum slips be last filled at least?
No, because when we fill this, we're coming from north down, and there's a process with the guys. It's going to span out with the directions we've got to go. So no, we can't. Trust me, every spot is going to get filled. Yes, sir.
Did I see or read somewhere we're only coming in from north this year?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, so registration's gonna be in this area, they come down Howland to the back and just keep coming.
Registration's gonna be on
Right up,
Research
right up here
Drive.
on the map, Research Drive. We're going to register. Everybody will be parked here in a certain time frame. We're gonna parade everybody down.
And
It's
that
a third,
checks
it should
out.
be a third page on your,
Third page on.
Yeah.
He might not have the math one.
I wasn't a VIP.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. So that's, to alleviate the bottleneck downtown, the registration is gonna occur off site. We're gonna get that going because people show up super early, and then from there, we're gonna
Parking
start.
was a logistical nightmare coming in
Oh,
from
that's
four
true.
directions last year, yes.
And that's the problem we even have this year, right? I mean, we already had people already say, I'm going to Mikey's first thing in the morning. We said, nope, that's why we're doing off-site parking.
He started his act, worked up where he goes, where he goes.
Speaking of
We're
directions,
still gonna get in, trust me, they're still gonna get in.
Yeah,
Speak up.
go for it.
speaking of directions, we need signs everywhere. Where to go? Because we went Monday to a car show and they were like, what is Research Drive? You know, they're not from here.
Correct.
So I feel like we need signs.
We are gonna,
arrows
everywhere. It is gonna be signed up.
When we sat down to.
So many
Correct.
signs.
More, we're gonna have so many,
Instant ones.
yes.
No, I just.
Yeah.
I just wanna tell you, Joe, last year, when we had cars coming in off of East St. Clair, okay, we had like basically two groups of parkers. One would park on the north side of the lake, one would park on the south side of the lake. We just kept working them down and down and down. And now we ran out of room, like Speedway said, well, we ain't got no business coming in anyway, so park cars in there, so we put cars in there. And then Speedy Key was the same way, they were like, no one's getting gas, so we might as well park our cars, you know, in there. And that took up a lot, you know, a lot of extra cars that, you know, we needed space for. Because Almont is still just four little corners, and Van Dyke's only a little strip, so you can only put so much in there. And I just got done with the fishing tournament. I put 3 months of my life into planning this tournament, okay? It was a lot of work. And Friday was beautiful. Saturday, it rained from 12:30 to 7:30 in the afternoon. That was the main day of fishing. But Almont has been blessed for the past 2 years that our weather had worked. Beautiful, it was a little hot last year, but the year before it was nice. We had a nice breeze. You know, and it's kind of hard to pacify the car people because everybody wants to park next to their buddy or in their little group. You know, they'll come in groups of 10, and those 10 cars want to be parked in the same line, or those 5 cars. If you tell them, okay, well, hey, you 6 can park here, but you 4 have to go down there. It's just going to be more grief on, you know, somebody that's trying to manage and park cars in order to fashion. So you don't.
Yeah. Here, no, I get it. Let's talk about that. We still got a lot to get through, so let's talk about that. Let me throw that out there. Real quick though, for their groups that are out there, is there a way to make life easier for you guys? Maybe a window cling or something we could have to designate that those groups go together. So when they're coming down, you know, this group of 5 or 10. Well, no, if we register them and they're all coming down and we're parking them, well, yes or no?
Like if they all come together, like
Correct.
put
and they
them together.
they should
Yeah,
all line
when they
up
all
in a
register
different
together,
area.
when they register together, not like hodgy-podgy. But if they all show up, all 10 of them show up to register and they're in line there as they're coming down, would it be helpful to have like a window cling or something so you guys know that group's together?
I got an idea.
They already have numbers
Yeah.
in there.
Well, everybody gets the registration card, place card goes in the windshield, okay? If they're in a group, put like a little round circle on there. You know, those little circle things, the yellow, green, pink. So that, okay, this car group comes in, they got 10 cars. So all 10 cars are gonna have that little yellow sticker on there. And we know that those guys are all.
Right.
there in one
No, I got it. But is that you guys think are guys, right? You think through that if it's helpful. If it is, we'll make it happen.
Well, and I guess that's the other part too. I know we were investing in the fact of getting private areas for big groups.
Mhm.
Without, no, that's what we're thinking of is if we had big groups like speedways or.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be feasible, but I will tell you, I've already had conversations with someone who wants all of his vehicles parked together. And I said, if they do not arrive together, I cannot guarantee they're parking together. And I don't care if they're all gonna be in the bakery lot or whatever. It's gonna be very, very hard if they don't get there together and everyone fills up to get them into that lot. So unless you're together, when you register, I am not making any guarantees. I don't think that's fair, unless we disagree. I
No,
just
I'm
don't
right
think
there
No,
with
that's
I
fair.
agree.
Right.
I agree.
And I'm only,
Causes a headache.
right, and my only caveat to the parking together is they have to be there together.
Correct. They have to
That's
be
it.
together.
And that's why I was wondering if some of these other off lots were available yet, or we can almost start to
To plan.
put some of those groups that we know are coming out of time. Like, you know what I'm saying, Bob, we can say, okay, you're ready to go, we're already signed in this group, this lot.
I-
You know,
I-
we're gonna bring in 10 cars or pre-registered.
I think now where we know now for sure where the entertainment tent's gonna go. Everything's hinging off that. I think that opens up that dialogue. But until we knew 100% where that's going, because if that was moving,
Then we
everything
had
else,
To move
yeah, everything else was still moving pieces. So now that that's there, we'll go back to say, hey, are you open to this?
Yeah.
You know, because I know State Farm was willing. I think Speedy Q has their own, so we'll work through that.
Speedy Q may be, I'm going in to talk to her tomorrow after this meeting because she was gonna find out how many cars they're gonna have, if they can fit any.
Okay.
Because,
Okay.
yeah, because even for me on that, you know, let's per se, we don't have those lots available, then again, that's just more overfill that's gonna go on Van Dyke.
How much stretch of Van Dyke do we have? When, Melissa, when you said we had to turn cars away, how far north and or south?
We were all the
North,
way down to the bridge, past the bridge, weren't we?
But we're not.
Teeds,
We're
we
not-
can't
Not
go
this
that
year.
far this
yeah,
year.
we can't go this far. Teeds is our,
Teeds is our
Yeah.
south cutoff and,
North, P and C.
yeah, Centennial is, we're shooting for Centennial for our north cutoff. If we have to go farther north, we can go just south of North Street.
I'm looking at Wayne's map, are they gonna let us use the double lanes, like in front of the bank, or what used to be bank now, the veterinary's office? Cause I mean, if we get Van Dyke filled up to that point, and then we can.
turn lane? You talking about the turn?
The two lanes that go up to the old high school, or go up.
Centennial,
Centennial?
I do not want to use Centennial because we have residents and the only way for residents to get around is the side streets. So I can't do the,
Yeah, we don't want to close those. So, and we'll have to be from State Farm on, they'll have to be single file to the east side. So per the fire department, we have to keep a fire lane down the whole way, right?
we can we go through this when we go through the
Yep.
location? Just
That's fine.
because I think it's gonna help
That's
if
fine.
we're looking at a map.
All right,
Do
so
you
let's
want to
go
do that next and then we can do entertainment after?
location of events. Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay, because now we have to, now that council has closed the streets that we requested, so School Street, we can have cars down as well. From School Street to Johnson,
Yep.
or sorry, from Van Dyke to Johnson on
Yep.
School Street, so we can have cars down there,
Right, so it only shows, she's only got the initial,
just so you could see
right,
the road.
so.
And then,
I have a question. Did we have any bikes at the show last year?
I didn't leave the center, so I don't.
Wayne, did we have any bikes in the car show last year?
I don't think we did.
I know we advertised
Did we?
as like
I
everything.
think there was like one or two. There wasn't much. We had one camper and I think one or two.
We had,
For future, I think it would be really cool if we do get more bikes to park them. on-
All together?
What'd you say that road's called? Johnson, School.
School Street.
Like, I don't know what the road's called.
Mhm.
Well, what happened was there was 30 of them that came to see the show and they all parked in P&C.
Awesome.
So, that would be so cool if we could park bikes by Chickies.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, I like that idea.
Wouldn't that be cool? And when we have that parking lot there one day.
right,
Yeah.
that's coming.
Okay.
Sorry.
And I agree with you, but you know that's gonna cause a whirlwind, but I agree with that.
So,
And the bikes would all want to be together, you know? So-
Exactly.
so we can have cars from Maine to Johnson. Then we're gonna have cars from Maine to Branch on West St. Clair. Then Stone Street is not labeled, but it's the southernmost street that's
It is. It's
blue.
labeled on the opposite
Opposite
side.
side.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you got them all in the opposites.
We're closing that as well, so we can have cars and or vendors down there. We're gonna have to figure out,
I thought we were limiting vendors, aren't we?
we're limiting vendors, but we weren't gonna have food trucks, and now we are gonna have some food trucks as the businesses wanted us to, so I'm getting a little bit of anxiety about where we're gonna put the food
What's-
trucks.
Yeah, this food truck at the end, do you think that's kind of in a weird spot?
That, we can move that.
Okay.
That was just gonna be to help block the street off like Bluebird did last year. We can move
What
that.
if so entertainment tent is actually gonna be, I think it's really gonna be closer to this area here.
Yeah.
Why don't we just food truck down here?
I'm great with that.
Okay.
So we're
Yeah.
not gonna have cars on East St. Clair?
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
Are we gonna have the fire truck in like DPW again?
Yes.
And are we potentially gonna use them to block off?
See
Okay.
the green square?
Yes,
That is where all the kids' stuff's gonna be. We have that square of grass.
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
And then like the fire truck can park like on the outside of, like on those outside edges.
Okay.
They can park over there. That way we're not using up the parking lot so much. And we're kind of using what's basically dead space back there anyways.
okay,
Right.
cool.
For all the kids' stuff.
And I
Perfect.
measured it out and it is very similar in size to what the church used
Okay.
prior and what, huh?
When we have it over there.
Correct.
And over
Yeah.
by the library space, we're gonna let.
Yeah, so size, it's fine. And they can get their trailer in and out of there and not be in our
Much
way.
easier.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
go ahead, Angela.
No, that was really it. I just wanted
Cool.
us to be physically looking at the map. Obviously, those two other orange things don't matter now. I still would like to see if we can use those lots just for parking for the event itself, like for people who are coming in.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Yeah.
Permission.
So let me ask this then. Now that the 10 is where it's gonna be, do we want to utilize the church parking lot for more cars?
Yes. No?
No.
I think
Can't be public park there?
We can public park there. I'm
I
just,
feel like we should do public park there.
No.
okay.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure, we've lost the section from Teeds down.
Yeah.
We are gonna be able to we're gonna go further north than we did before, up to
But we're
the,
adding West St.
West St.
Clair,
Clair.
Stone Street,
True,
and School
true.
Street.
okay, all right, you're right. We should be okay.
I just feel like if there's not any parking, no one's gonna want to like.
Right.
No one's gonna want to walk.
Right,
to
no,
come
I
see
got
it.
you, no, 100%.
And a lot of the
biggest
car
thing
guys.
is people go to park, they think they're gonna get ticketed if
they'll
they
bring
park.
their-
Exactly, exactly.
Or something.
Okay,
I mean, have we even like thought about potentially like doing any kind of like like having some kind of like having people park near the school and having some kind of like shuttle service?
We can try to shuttle. The only issue is I have to wait to see if there are home youth games, because if there's home youth
Okay.
games, those parking lots will be filled.
So that's kind of like
All
last
day
minute.
long.
Yeah.
They
okay.
should have the schedule by July.
Or
so
what
we'll
if
know.
we did shuttling, or, I mean, I don't think Novak would let us do it, but from his parking lot.
Or the park too. We could-
Yeah, there's only so much there, but yeah, the park, yeah.
let me throw this out there for parking, for people. I don't know if DPW can do some and kind of clean up our new lot, but that area might be able for people to park on the grass,
Yeah.
right?
Ooh, but if we're blocking it from Johnson Street,
Yeah, that's,
Does that cover the driveway part?
we're
Right.
just not, we're not gonna, they'll
Okay.
be,
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
it'll be
All
closed.
right, just a thought. Or the other one is maybe talk to the funeral home here and see if we can use the grassy lot, not her parking, but the grassy lot. Just a thought. And if we're moving all the kids' stuff, nobody's gonna be parking down by the library parking, so that's more municipal parking over there.
oh yeah, that parking lot.
So something to think through. Okay,
Okay, so that is really it. I'll change those couple things around on that map and
I would like us to like have a map of maybe parking too, like for the public
Public
parking, like
yeah, I
spots,
can,
since it's
you want
gonna
me
be
to
all
add
over.
public parking?
Yeah, once we get that finalized.
And I just
More
threw some,
signs.
some rough ideas down. for
Yeah,
that, too.
once we figure out what we have available to us, I guess. Night.
Oh.
Okay. All right,
You snap your finger.
entertainment hasn't changed, except that Blake is gonna run the cornhole tournament for us.
Oh, he is? Awesome.
Yes.
The Lions is not going to now, right, are we committed? Are we committed to the entertainment tent?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
Wait till Monday.
Eric feels that they will be committed, so he is resigning from the cornhole.
He's hopeful.
Eric is committing himself to
Based
the
on what I said.
entertainment.
That's what I said.
Okay.
So basically, you're committing.
All right, so Blake's running cornhole. That's actually great.
So
He has questions.
per of Blake, I'm speaking for him. He has a couple questions, like what time is the cornhole tournament gonna be? Is it gonna be during the day? Is it gonna be late?
But I
Is it
have
gonna
to
be,
look at the schedule. He can make it whatever time he wants.
Right.
The tent is there.
That's-
I think last year it started at,
5 or 4?
I think it started at 4 because we were
Yeah.
still trying to clean
3.
stuff up
Yeah.
and run down there, and
And then it went to night, so.
it went to like 9.
That's why I was like,
feel
Yeah.
because I know last year it ran through. It like kind of was like
Right.
started
Yeah.
through.
Right, well, here's the nice part, though. We have all the street lights and everything.
Yeah.
Registration started at 4.
And that's another thing. Did we want it? Did we want
It
like?
started at 5.
Did we want to do like a?
So that's up to him how he's running it.
Yeah, he can run
That's
it
up to
however.
him.
Like he
wants
wanted to know,
to
like,
run it.
can people just like come in and then just have fun, or do we want to do like money? And then if we do money, like, how do you want to have him do that?
It was free last year.
2 years ago, I ran one.
Right.
For the Lions Club, it was $20, and we paid out like half the pot, and then the rest was for the Lions. Last year, it was free, and then.
We had-
Yeah, we had a prize.
Yeah, we had a
So
prize.
you can do whatever you want.
Because he has the
Right, and so FYI, Blake had already committed to donating a set of boards to the winner of the cornhole,
Oh, nice.
regardless of who was running it.
So that's why he was like, could we even just do like, like have like a donation jar? Just like, I don't know. That was maybe, I don't know. Like, is it, I don't like, he doesn't know.
I guess that's the bottom line. He wasn't sure if the DDA wanted to use it for funds for something or just wanted to make it free.
I think we just want people to have fun.
I think we have,
If he wanted to collect money and donate it to something,
That's what he was saying.
I
Like,
don't
if he
think
wanted,
we would have a problem with that.
right.
Or if you wanted to collect money to pay for
His time.
the boards too.
Yeah.
I don't.
Right, that's
Or
up to
like
him.
do what like Eric said they did that one year, if he wanted to collect money and maybe donate half of it and keep half of it for, his business, I'm not opposed to that, I don't know.
Right.
what everyone
yeah.
else is.
Okay, I
Right.
think
We did like $20 a team, or you wanted to just 10%.
because that's what he was thinking. Like,
I think just so you can get a firm commitment on numbers, you need to charge people something, honestly.
And if you do, I would do registration ahead of time too.
Right.
and then how does he?
You sign up
That's
Genius.
what he was wondering, if he did a flyer, if he could do like a square with the DDA or something.
Yeah.
Like that, where that way there'd be no, he wouldn't have to handle any dollars, you guys would be the accountants.
We can-
Keep
yeah.
everyone, you know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll have to talk.
We'll have to talk about whether we could need a
Yeah.
raffle license now and all
Well, it's not a
that.
raffle.
Well,
It's not a
and
raffle, it's
kind of,
a tournament. It's an
Yeah,
event.
it's just a
It's
tournament.
another
So-
event.
we
It'll
don't
be-
need to, no, okay,
It,
No.
even because we're giving out prize money, if they're paying it. Just giving out prize money without
But it's not a
collecting.
raffle,
Right.
it's a tournament.
Okay,
So I would say, but yeah, we
And no
gotta
one-
look into that.
we'll look into it.
And
Hey, we'll look into something
And then it's going to be outside the beer tent, in the beer tent,
outside.
outside.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if there's anybody under the age of 21, they can't be in that beer tent
After
after
a
a
certain
certain
hours.
time. And if
Yeah.
it runs that late,
Yeah.
like it
So-
did last year,
And that
yeah.
issue last year, since it raised so late, some
Yeah.
of those guys had like little kids,
Yeah.
on their shoulders, the band's playing, like,
Yeah.
we're waiting on the band to get done.
So maybe started at like 2 this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, started earlier, 2:00.
Okay, and then I lost my question. Never mind. I forgot what I was gonna. Hang on.
Right.
I think that's it. I don't know. I
We'll
mean,
talk through it as much as you want to talk through it.
no, that's the only thing I really had is just kind of have him do whatever he wants to do. And
Yeah.
I know he has whatever. It's okay. That's it.
For food, we have met with the restaurant owners twice now to figure out everyone's plans, and they are all committed to providing food and inside and a lot of them outside their businesses as well. However, they did still ask that we have the support of a few food trucks. So far for the entertainment tent, Mr. Italy and Great Lakes Eats and Treats have committed for both nights.
Great Lakes Eats and Treats, what kind of food did they have?
Kind of like
It was like
carnival food almost.
Carnival-ish.
Okay.
They had like cheesecakes and then they have like loaded French fries.
Okay.
And then for during the festival, Polish Mania has committed. I have like a carnival, like cotton candy, nachos, popcorn, that kind of stuff coming. And Great Lakes Eats and Treats is going to be there all day on Saturday as well.
Is Rustic Bluebird going to be open on Saturday?
I don't believe so, but they might bring their food truck. So,
Okay.
and then I am trying to get a hot dog. I'll have a hot dog vendor in the beer tent as well. Vendors, we have Finds and Designs as our only vendor signed up so far.
Can I go back to lineup real quick?
Yeah.
Go back to lineup. Down there, you guys are gonna need a tent, tables. Tell us what you
Chairs.
need, chairs,
Cooler.
cooler, have some waters.
Wait, for registration,
Yeah,
because we need a porta potty too.
yeah, that was my next one, bathroom.
Should we purchase like a 10 by 20 pop-up, the board?
We have,
We have nothing in our.
we've got pop-ups. I don't know how big they are. Yeah,
Where?
they're right in the, yeah. I stole one with you. Yeah, put it back. I borrowed it. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
There's two.
Okay.
Maybe we can verify that they're good.
Yeah, let's double check that.
All right, but if not, I can tell you like right now,
They're
there's
not terribly expensive.
no,
And it's something we can use often.
a 12 by 12 guidesman right now on sale at Menards is like $99 if we have to. And my buddy has got one. It's the easiest thing to put up and take down.
Get one with our logo on it too. Francie does that. Matt's talked to her about it.
All right, they're money bags.
It's not that bad.
Okay,
It's really not.
Mm-hmm.
make it happen. All right. So a couple tents, porta john, tables, chairs. Just we're gonna have to have that stuff dropped the night
Cooler
before. So
water.
Yeah, cooler with water.
Some snacks.
I talked to Terry and he's open with whatever we need. So what we might be able to do is set a lot. Maybe we could even use his driveway and have it preset the night before. So, yeah, he said, just tell me what you need and I'm good with whatever. They're not open on Saturdays anyway, so.
Do we need, and I'm not offering it up because I don't know if it's even an option from him at all. I feel like we need a couple of reliable golf carts,
Yes.
especially with the distance.
Yeah, the DPW's golf
And
cart
DPW's is dirt, right?
Is-
We know that.
has got some
So-
mileage
We've
on
won.
it.
Well,
I mean,
Matt-
that's up to you guys if you want to, but obviously I'm sure you would want to stay in control of your own golf
I mean,
cart.
I-
But
I
I'm
mean-
saying, should we rent a couple?
Can we rent them from Matt?
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not, so someone approached him recently about it and he's been kicking it around. So if it's something we want to do, I can ask him if he would seriously do it or not. And he would be fully insured for it and all those things.
Well, I see now he's been buying them and selling them as is.
Stock, yeah.
Right, so we don't care what they look like.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, if we can
Okay.
get a
How
couple
many
of
do
them,
we think we would, just two or?
at least two, if not three.
Okay.
Remember a couple of years ago, didn't somebody loan us golf carts?
Yeah, it was, I think last year we had, side by sides from, like,
Green, like one of them, they let us use, I know, even before,
was
that was
Lions,
before
though.
COVID, they allowed us to use some of them.
Yeah, those are side by sides, I think that was, I forgot
It was somewhere in town.
So did you get those donated or did you pay
Just-
for them?
So you know, Michael, she's.
Yeah.
Her husband works for Sunbelt, so
Well, that's another option. If he could do that and get it for the rest of us, whatever that is, that'd be great.
I
Or
think we need some
we,
motive.
we have to have
Because of
some.
our distance this
Correct.
year
Yeah.
from registration to
Yeah.
the show, just in case. And if someone, God forbid, had an emergency up there, like, we just, actually we're closer to the fire department, but anywho.
And I'll be honest, a side by side would get you there a hell of a lot quicker than a
Oh.
golf cart.
If they were Matt Miller, they could be fast ones.
Having our golf cart was really convenient for the volunteers too, like for the ones that were like way down.
Yeah.
An ORV. Is that what we're talking about?
We don't have any. we don't
Only if
have
you have
any-
your safety harness, ma'am.
Mm.
All right. Well,
Okay.
That took it to the end.
Next. Gotta keep going. Oh, it's only 6:24. I forgot we started at
It's an hour and a
5:30.
half, right?
Okay. Roots, for those who do not know yet, we met with Roots and Mikey's on Mondays. Those were the only two liquor license holders that wanted to run the beer tent this year. So we spun a wheel and Roots is doing it this year. So,
Oh, okay.
Which means Mikey's will get to do it
Mikey's
next
will
year.
do it
They
next
have
year.
first choice next year if they
Yep.
want it or not.
Correct.
So he's working through the logistics.
Is he going
that.
to be soliciting the help of an organization?
We're waiting on the
Okay.
Lions to respond.
Okay.
If the Lions won't do it, we will get one of the booster club.
Parents, like a yeah, okay.
Just
Yeah, just
children.
kids. I'd like to buy my beer ticket from a 12-year-old, yes. Okay,
It'll be keg beer, so they can do keg stands too while they're doing
awesome.
that.
They need
So,
practice, don't they, for
Well,
high
you know,
school? I
They're all
guess.
going to college someday.
Yeah. All right.
So that will be new this year and
It'll be good.
it'll be good. It'll be good.
There will be a learning curve, let's be real. Everyone needs to
Yeah.
be patient with that and
Right.
understanding and respectable.
And it's
Right.
also only our second year of shutting down Van Dyke, so there's
Right.
gonna be a learning curve
Correct.
for all
And
of
now we're
us
moving
for
the beer tent
a while.
again.
And we're moving
Entertainment.
registration and we're moving everything. So
Growing pains.
no one, the public won't know everything that goes wrong. Only we
Right.
know.
Mm.
Sponsorships. Melissa, I didn't
We-
give them to everyone. I only gave them to you.
Yeah,
because,
we need to get together for
it's
this. Yeah,
me
or
and
I
you,
need to,
but-
you need to tell me which ones you want me to go to. And I will-
I am gonna mail out the forms to all of our ones that did it last year, and then I didn't do, I think you did all of the raffle ones last year,
Yeah, I'll
so I
do the
didn't have
raffle
their
one.
addresses.
Yeah, I'll do the
But
raffles.
I'll mail forms out to all of these people, next week, and then we will. Oh, we
going-
already have, STE already sent their check, so we have one.
And if you
And
want,
we have Roots, because they're doing the entertainment tents, so we have.
and if you want help again this year,
Yeah, Tammy, I will.
but do it earlier than later.
I know.
because,
Yeah.
We'll be hot and
July.
heavy through August with the
Yeah,
fair stuff.
yeah.
So.
And then I guess I shouldn't put 5K anymore, just our Almont.
The 5K, 10K.
5K, 10K, 1 mile.
As of today, we have 14 registrants. Woo!
Really?
That's almost rivaling the car show
That's
registration.
awesome.
Wow. Oh, what a competition.
Oh, we're gonna pass out more flyers.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Nicole, we need to get more people signed up. So Nicole has volunteered to help with the race. If you don't know, she
She's
runs a
Almont's
gym.
fitness
She's
guru.
amazing. Has
Yeah.
a fitness app, has all the things now. Right?
Yeah.
3.
Don't let my physique scare you away from it. She's good at what she
She
does.
is. She's excellent. I'm sore every day. Every day.
And we run, I'll
That may
Oh, I'm
be
not
a
running.
testament out of shape.
I'm working it.
I forgot to print. I did work on new route maps for each race. I forgot to print and bring them / send them to anyone to look at them. Totally slipped my mind. So I'll send them to you guys to look over. But I think I have it better. But again, it all hinged on where the entertainment town is gonna
Yeah,
be.
where
So,
we're starting.
and people are already asking for the race route, so. But yeah, so we did it a little different this year. We have discounted registration through the end of July, and then after July, it's like the normal price that we charged last year. And then I think in September, it goes up like $5 more for late registration. Angela designed us some really awesome hats for swag, and are the medals a go?
Medals are a go, hats are a go. I have to order them, but
Yeah, you're not, no rush. I have already started soliciting for prizes for people that place in the race. If anyone wants to solicit any more from me, I would certainly appreciate that. I hit all the downtown businesses so far. And we're looking for smaller gifts this year because I do have to I literally need 40 gifts. Prizes. So I told the businesses, I said, I don't want to burden you more. I said, if you could just, because a lot of the businesses gave me like $25, $30, $50, $100 gifts. And I'm like, I'm just looking for like $10 gift cards and as many as you'd like to give me, you know, or swag from your business, like a Mikey shirt or a Bluebird cup or whatever. So
Why 40? What's the?
So the way we
For
did it
all
last
of
year,
the
we did
races.
overall male, overall female, and then in each age group, overall male and
Okay.
female.
But now
Actually,
we
did
have-
first, second, and third male and female, but because I have a 5K and a 10K now,
Okay.
it's double, so it's 40.
Okay.
And we're not giving out prizes for the fun.
And
runs.
everyone's-
It's just for
yeah.
fun.
Okay.
no prizes for the fun run, but medal. They are
Medals.
getting
Yep,
medals.
they get medals. So,
And the medals
Are you
gonna be
doing it-
very cute.
Are you doing, you said by 5-year age groups or 10s?
10,
Okay.
just like last year. Yeah.
And
the prizes, you just want like any business to just give
Yeah.
prizes?
Yep, anyone. So far, again, I didn't print it. Bustilli's has given me theirs. State Farm. I can't remember who's given it to me. Bluebird gave me something, and a lot of people have committed. They're just like, it's so early. I'm like, I know. I'm like, but I wanted to get it done because I got a lot of other stuff to deal with. So, I would like to ideally have everything set in stone by August for the race. Just to have
So
it.
I can't give you gift cards, but if I just say $100, you buy 10 gift cards, can I do that?
You can donate money, sure.
Right. No, that's what I'm asking. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care. And yeah, that's what like, so last year, like State Farm, Michelle, she was like, I don't have like she's like, I can't give like an insurance gift card. I'm like, go buy a gift card to a local business. I'll put your name on it, absolutely, and say it's from, Michelle Valesky State Farm. But, we're still supporting local, which is what I care about at the end of the day.
Right.
So,
I just can't physically do that, but okay.
for sure.
sorry, anything else on there?
I don't think, I need lots of bodies day of if people want to be there, especially with having 3 different race routes. I need way more bodies. We needed more bodies than we had last year, and that's our own fault for not realizing how many people we needed, but I probably need 20 hands the day of if anyone wants to be there to help. I need traffic control, I need directional help,
So let me say this. Last year I was cones, direction, traffic.
Eric and I were
Uh,
running the barricades
Right.
across
So-
Tub Springs and then moving them.
We need, I mean, literally, I didn't stop and I'm not complaining, but I was in my,
but you weren't there to run a race.
yeah, I probably did just as many miles, to be honest. Because I
I've
was,
done a 10K.
yeah, I was doing the cones. I was doing a lot of the barricades out on the race. I was directing traffic on the race. So we do need more help for that. So
That's for the run.
that's for the
Yeah.
run.
All right, I will check my church schedule and if I
Yeah.
can get it moved around and,
Yeah.
It
And it's
should
not-
be over. It starts at 9.
Yeah,
We were
it's-
out of there.
Well, we got the 10K now, but we should be out of there by 10:30, 11 at the very latest.
Are we waiting till after the 10K to give out the 5K prizes?
No, we could do 5K while we wait for the 10K people to come in, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and it's not, it wouldn't,
Although Brett Chapman's gonna run the 10K and he'll be
Before
there
the 5K 's
before,
over,
yeah,
yeah.
before the 5K people.
He didn't sign up yet, though.
he will. He showed up late in one.
I know.
He showed up
He showed up
late,
late and
running,
beat everyone.
started. He's like, did everyone already start? Yep. Still won.
Yeah, he just slapped his number on and took off. He's like, okay, bye.
And just so you know, me doing that, it was by myself. It's not labor intensive if we have extra people.
sure.
So just, if you're just straight in a corner, directing traffic or whatever. It's not that big a deal, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Tell
just,
people which way to run and just cheering them on.
right,
Oh, the one thing I will say we have to do, so Tony Thomas's family, Thomas Family Farms, they did a water station last year. She already told me she'll do one for us again this year, but this year we'll need two. We'll need one on the 5K route and one on the 10K route, so I would like the DDA, unless another business maybe wants to sit and run a water table, which is not hard. You just literally fill up little cups of water and say, go you, and hand them a water while they run by. So either I'd like the DDA to have a table, or if there's another business that wants to do a table. But so far, all the businesses obviously are like, we can't commit to helping because, we got to run our business, which I understand. So
well, I'll be volunteering and my other half will be running, so I can't. We'll find something.
Real quickly, our, last time we talked about the raffle, side by
it's
side.
not happening.
We're not doing it.
Okay.
Just too much to tackle.
I hear
Yeah. And that might be something for next year we're gonna do, but it just,
it. I didn't hear nothing brought up about it, so.
Yeah.
It's actually, it's on our regular
yeah.
meeting agenda today to talk about.
Yeah.
I have race flyers there too, if anyone wants to take any to hand out. And I need to know how many hats and medals
What do we need to know?
to order. I mean, really not until August.
Let's see where our numbers are. I'd like to say 150. That's my goal, but let's wait till we need to, and then we'll make a decision.
What was your total last year?
Just under 80, 77, 78, 79, I don't remember. It's just
So I
under
think
80.
double would
High
be
70s.
reasonable.
Right, and that's what the race company said,
Yeah.
was for sure. We should be able to double it in our second year, especially with adding the 10K and fun run. And
And for everybody knows, the advertisement and all that is getting done much, much sooner. So
we set it up
It was the last second last year.
it was pretty much
like a month and a half before.
right. So now that it's getting out there, I would anticipate the 5K is gonna be much bigger than what we're thinking, which is good. It's a good thing. So
Okay, I think the only other thing I wanted to be sure of, I thought that we said we're not doing a photo booth this year because it did not get
I would not.
great traction and it was expensive. Okay,
Yeah.
done.
I have a question on Kids Zone. You normally have that kid side trailer where they screen the kids' vision.
Mhm.
I don't know if you want that or have space for that.
Yes, we have space.
So do you know where it's going? So
I saw the space on the map.
right.
I just thought,
So
Yes.
the grass area will be for all the animals. The bounce house will be located, I think, on the grass, but they'll get in off the cement. We could put you guys on the other side that's there. Because what we'll do is we're gonna have
The village actually owns parking spaces behind
Behind
that grass.
Yeah,
Like,
behind that apartment.
Behind like, I can't think of the name, but Good Grounds.
Good
good grounds,
Yeah, in the
all
post office,
that.
kind of.
and then there's in front of that, towards the church, there's like, right in front of it is not parking spots.
Correct.
So we can put stuff there, and then if we take up a few spots on the other side, it's fine.
Yeah, and we'll probably have the trailers stay for the animals, like right behind the animals. That way it'll be a good block for them if they have signs to put up there or whatever. So you should be good.
We'll make it all work right there.
Who's going to be running that? How's Wes doing? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good.
Wes is like the Energizer Bunny. I saw him at Victor's the other day. Good Lord. Good to be him.
The only other thing we need to discuss, and we can discuss this during our regular meeting, is who's going to be the head of vendors. As much as I would love to be in all the places at once, I will not be able to be helping line up vendors and helping register cars on two different ends of town. So we're going to have to figure out who can take that over. And I think it's going to need to be all hands on deck at registration. one person should be able to handle lining up the vendors, but just, we're gonna have to figure that out.
Sure, we'll have to have her come to like some of the meetings, or
Yeah, I'm just worried. I'm just worried that like whoever's doing it is going to have to be confident in it because the rest of us will be far away. Like no one can. I got grabbed a few times last year because we were right in town to help with stuff, and if we're going to be directionally challenged here, I don't. I just don't know how that's going to work.
I mean, if it needs to be, like, I know I did registration, I don't mind switching over to doing vendors. I feel pretty good about doing it since that was where I was at for all previous car shows. I don't have a problem telling people where to go and being firm on that. I won't turn away the people selling muffins if they come up maybe.
Thank you.
But yeah, I feel pretty good about that if needed.
Yeah.
Where do you want, because you have me down as, oh no, I'm with car show, never mind, volunteers.
Let's just committee chairs too.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not necessarily where people are going to be the day of. I just know that registration is going to need as many people as possible, and it's going to be going on the same time vendors are showing up. So
you two are
I
in charge
can't.
of registration.
We're going to have to be at registration.
Yeah, you two will be, if you two are there, then I feel good about being on vendors. Because I know last year you guys were all over the place. I would feel a little bit anxious about not having at least one or two of us on this board sitting at the registration table, coordinating that. So if you just want to put me on vendors right now, I can do that.
Okay. Thank you.
And Tammy will be around, the kids will be around, so she could do registration as well. She did registration last year.
Carolyn, I believe, is going to be helping for registration and she's done.
And
the last-
Janaea
Yeah.
is going to do registration,
She was very
and
helpful
she
too.
has
Yeah.
a million ideas on how to make it. I think she's talked to Wayne about it a little bit. No? Who did she talk to?
Last year.
Yeah. She has ideas on how to make it more seamless.
Or maybe set up a separate meeting where we can
Yes,
talk through
she
it and get it.
Can absolutely come to a separate meeting.
I would love a
for
better way
next-
to,
yeah.
just a better way. Yep. For sure. It'd be great. Anything to streamline that process. That's
So,
where one of our biggest hangups is.
Yeah, I can help with some Saturdays, roads, middle school, football,
Awesome. We'll take you.
Same with us. It just opens up that whole day because we're not either. So, okay.
that's all I had.
All right. So we got through everything.
If we want to take a break before meeting.
I
I
said,
do have a question first. So are you soliciting for sponsorships and raffle baskets then? Okay. You're gonna get started on that then? Okay, cool.
I'm going to mail the sponsor forms to all of our award and regular festival sponsors either
Yeah.
this week or Monday.
If some of these people are double, like people that get raffle things, then I can go in person and talk to them about both donating raffle prize and sponsorships in person, because that's how I did it last year. I didn't contact people. The only person I called was LeBaron's, I believe, and talked to Chad. I think that was the only person I talked to over the phone. Every other person I went to in person, just because I feel like it's harder to say no to somebody when you're face to face. So
You're trying to get into those goodie bag stuff too.
yeah, all those, yeah.
and you know,
What comes in from the big corporations.
Because didn't you email?
Yeah, like Summit Radio, yeah, and all that, and all those guys, but.
Yeah.
I'm assuming like that was all that will probably buy out because the cost cutting, it's a last year.
Yeah, I didn't think we got any. I didn't get anything for Pep Boys last year. I don't think.
And
No.
then is the raffle and all that stuff going to be in the beer tent too?
Yeah, I think
And
they're
that's
doing
where they do
everything.
all the
yeah.
awards and stuff, I
multi-purpose
guess.
Did you guys want
The
to?
entertainment.
The entertainment I'm sorry.
What?
Did you want to- 50-50 this year?
Yep, we'll do 50/50 raffle, absolutely.
Did
Do
you
we have to get a raffle? We have to
we gotta get a raffle license.
for that.
did we want the volunteers to do the 50/50 or did you want Like,
Yeah.
So we had there were a couple.
Do we want to offer the 50-50 to
Oh,
someone who already has stuff, so we don't have to be doing that? Like
guys
the
wanna run this 50
Lions or the
raffle?
Boosters?
do you guys want a 50-50? You can do one, I don't care.
Let's do a booster.
You just do a
Trap booster. There we go.
It's still you.
Come on, Eric.
It's still you because I'm stuck doing the car show. All right, the Almont Trap Boosters or Trap team will be doing the 50-50.
And next year we'll pick another booster, to be fair.
What do we want, Missy?
They showed up to me.
Yeah, if they show up.
Absolutely. Mhm.
Okay.
Favorites. Nobody likes me anyway.
Okay, we're playing favorites, Eric. Because we like Eric.
Probably
They're
better.
Everybody likes
printed and being enveloped.
Yeah,
Are you talking
Eric.
about like the list of last year's? Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yes, yes, it will.
Yeah, they do suck.
They like make my eyes blurry.
That's the other question too. You want to do all the awards like we did last year? Or
Did we not make a decision on that at our last meeting?
We kind of were up
I know
in
we
the air.
talked
didn't
about
really
it.
do-
No, we didn't make
I think
a
we
choice.
said, what are we gonna do it at 3
Because I
again?
think that's the problem, right? Is how much could the machine shop do?
Legacy,
What's the- Yeah, like how many can we do? You know, 'cause that's the thing, can we still do the dash plaques, can we still do the license plates? And if you wanted to get.
so the dash plaques are separate. The wife she does that through her business. So it is not, it's Shelby from Legacy who I contact, but it's not the same business,
I
so.
guess I'd want to find out too if they would support more, and if we wanted to do something else for like the second, like first, like, you know, again, like we did last year. Best of
Are we
Class.
doing the license plates again?
I mean, everyone loved them last year. I would just
Like-
make them 2024.
everyone
Yeah.
liked the big ones too.
How many awards do you need?
So, I think just off the cuff, we probably went around like 40 this year.
Oh, did we do license plates last year? Did we do?
We did the clocks.
No, I know,
No.
but we did the license plates too. We did like 20 of those.
So, refresh my memory because again, everything is a blur. So I know we have like per class an award.
Yep.
How many like overall awards do you have?
So, well, it depends again, I gotta look at the classes, so I'm still kind of going through those. We have, so 2 awards per class. So let's just say we had, what, maybe 15, 16 classes. So you have 2 awards times 15, plus you got, you know, we did.
Yeah. I think you had more than that. If I'm looking at thinking I remember going to that page, like all the way up to the letter S,
And then
so.
we did like, yeah, we did. I think
Yeah.
we did.
Then we did like the
See, like,
Closer to
example,
20.
Look at us in Romeo. There's a gentleman, the guy that you talked to on the phone with the Mustang is already coming back here because he wants to get another, grade marker from us, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Dude,
That's what he
it was
said.
50 pounds. I handed it to him.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you, those are a hit, dude.
And that's where I'm getting
The
at, like.
ones he made out of the
The ones
pistons.
together.
Yeah.
No.
Like the
I'm
ones that are
thinking-
made with flywheels,
My
yeah.
thought would be all of the not the grand prize winners. So however many grand prize winners you have should be those super cool
Right.
pistons, whatever, mashed together. And then do everyone else license plates.
Right.
So
But
how
Last
many
year, most
license
people
plates
wanted
should
to
I
be
do?
Second place just to get the pistol.
Right.
You know, that's just it, right? You have to be spent, like, again, we do like the medal awards and then, you know, try to see if, because again, it's dependent again.
Patriots not, they're only doing detailing now.
No, they have the shop across the street though, where they do everything else. And then what?
I don't
Why
know
not
about
do
that.
something?
I mean, honestly,
I'm
that
not
was-
sure.
That was the big kicker, right? He gives
I think he might be getting
pistons,
rid of that one. I'm
all-
not sure.
you
I'm
know,
not.
Flywheels, cams, cranes.
All right, I'm contacting Patriot and
And Terry-
Legacy.
And Terry, because then Terry was. the
So,
other one.
Terry who?
Terry.
Roach.
Roach.
Bro,
Because he was the other.
Oh.
he got all the gear.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Terry gives the gears and
might-
like the.
I can,
bottom
okay,
plates.
so I'm contacting, for
Patriot
some reason I
Roach.
was thinking you were talking about Legacy, we were talking about Terry. I'm
Well,
like,
then
I don't
Terry-
know Terry at Legacy.
It's because Terry don't work there.
Right. But
Terry got
that's what I was
fired.
trying- That's what I was trying to figure out, how
He
much
got
we want
fired
to put into it, do we want to stay that route, do we want to?
I think people love.
Fine.
people
Those were
love the
cool.
License plates and
Yeah.
people love the piston gear. That's my favorite trophy I've ever gotten.
And,
is-
and don't forget, I have all those
Just the new
trophies
one.
still in my office.
Well, that's what I was asking too,
We
do we
don't
want
have
to
time
use?
right this year.
Oh, we do. Janaea keeps telling me she's gonna come
Well,
by.
that's
She's
what
gonna
I'm
come
saying.
by.
I want to have Janea come to the meeting.
That
and then
poor,
talk about
that poor
registration
woman.
thing.
I have put her through the ringer, you guys.
Now, mind
Alright?
you, I've
I
reminded her a
dumped a lot
bunch.
on her plate.
I've reminded her a bunch too, not just you.
Hmm?
I've reminded her too, so.
No, I know, I'm saying like,
She's got a lot
I,
of-
Wait,
I
you-
dropped
you
the
seem to
school
dump-
board presidency in her lap and pieced out,
You seem to
so.
dump a lot of stuff on people's plates.
Yep.
Just saying.
Took me a while to get there, but now that I got a taste of it, I'm like, this
Dump
is
it away.
nice, alright. Yeah,
Um,
I'll text her when we leave. when I
But
leave
those
here.
awards I have. Now, I don't know if you want to get rid of all those in one year
Right.
or, and again, I don't care. We can figure where to store them, but if you want to do, again, like we talked about the in memory of award and make that last for X amount of years and do one every year, I don't really care.
Yeah.
We can find a spot for them. Well, whatever works.
Can we make those ones like how last year we did like the firefighter pick? Like, could we make those?
To do whatever. The only thing what we talked about is least in his name. I think that'd be cool for her. I told her I told her I will pick her up and take her this year. 'Cause-
Yeah.
So she's just apprehensive of going. So, but I thought it'd be cool to know that. You know,
Right.
That really did something with what she.
Correct.
Could we do like
What if we?
no wait?
Did a special award then and let her pick who got
What
it?
if we do it how we did with
Yeah. Well, he was
What's his
the
name?
season. I don't know if we would get it.
could you do what we did with him for
We
her
did.
husband's car?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she can pick who she want. Like, can we do like how we
That's
did
what I
it?
just was whispering to Andy over here.
Yeah.
I said it would be really sweet if we just let her pick her winner of the show, and that's.
Because
the memory of
I
the
really
award.
like what we did for Eric.
So you know what would be really cool, like, if we had Janea just recopy that same award and we had her husband's Model A put on that, would, because remember you went to Elm, you used to go to the old Almont shows?
Well, some of those have Model A's on them. Some of
Yeah.
those awards have them.
Yeah.
Because those are Schultz awards.
I'll just
so-
text her right now.
Yeah. Tell her
We request your present.
Because we need some.
Tell her I asked.
Well, because that was the reason why I'm asking too, because we need something, so you could, because what Janea did last time, too, is she was like little plaques, little pistons, and stuff
Right.
like that, so that's what I'm saying, we want to do all of that, you know, we might as well get her involved in
Yeah.
all this now, maybe meet with her, use it for registration,
Yeah, we can figure
awards,
that out.
maybe talking about redoing them, so maybe just have her at one of these.
I texted her.
More work.
I texted her. Yeah, can we have a break? Because I have to go to the
Got a
bathroom.
Me too.
All the ladies have to pee.
All right.
1, 2. You could have
Oh,
just got up and left. All right. Thanks everybody for being here. I think it was fruitful.